Hi guys, welcome to Big Napat channel or Napat SL channel from YouTube or TikTok. Today I'm gonna talk about the movie that I just watched, and this is a first time in 3 or 4 months that I watch a movie in the theater again in cinema. And this one is a Thai film, and there's like an investor from Korea and Thai invest together. So this is like a collaboration between Thai and Korea cinema. So this one is very interesting because like this is a Thai horror film who talking about the story in ISAN or northeast of Thailand. That place it have like many of story kind of like that kind of horror, kind of believing, spiritual, or many things that really emotional, and very some story really scary, right? So before I gonna talk about the film, I gonna talk about this review first because like somebody request me after I did the video in Thai version, and maybe some of another audience who not Thai, maybe like they really want to know about the review after I watching the film. So they say like, okay, can I put the subtitle on the video? So I say maybe it's like waste my time. So maybe it's better to give a new review, like give a new video and talk in English. Maybe it's easier for listening to, maybe. And I gonna say that this one might be like a first video review in English. So sometimes I could be like, nervous or excited. So, but I'm trying my best to talk about it and not make too much mistake. So if I make some mistakes, so please forgive me and please understand me, okay? First, I'm from Thailand. My name is Napat, right? I'm a film director, and now I got a scholarship to study in EFIS, Busan Asian Film School in Busan in Korea. So that's why I have an opportunity to watch this movie in the theater. So I'm very glad because like in Thailand situation is not good. So it's like they have to close the theater for several months, maybe like 3 or 4 months, right? But I heard that maybe they're gonna open it again in maybe this month or next month, in September, October maybe. And I'm not sure about their plan for screening this film, but for me to watch this film in the theater is so very good experience because like normally Thai horror film, okay, maybe some of you guys know that Thai film about like horror film might be famous, right? It's like a Zong and very famous for many international people. But this one, this horror film, Lang Song, this is the title of the film, or in English it might call The Medium, right? It's like a medium between the spiritual and humanity or something like that. But for Korean, they call Lang Jong, something like this. Yeah, they use the same word of Thai. So Lang Song is mean like the people. It's like the people who do some job and contact the ghost or the spiritual, and the spiritual come to the body, and the next few seconds that body gonna become that spiritual. It means like, okay, you are not yourself anymore, you are somebody else, like coming from like some spiritual, or maybe it's like so it's like you are the one who try to contact between the people, the living people and dead people, and you are the middle of it. Yeah. So to make this film, I heard that the director he had to research a lot about Lang Song, and as I told you, Lang Song is really like a very traditional culture in Thailand, because like it's real. I mean, there has many of Lang Song like this in Thailand, and the director and research team had to talk and discuss about this Lang Song. Many of them, like more than 1,000 people, right? And yeah, and they need to like to find some inspiration, and they found that, yeah, so they made this film. But they didn't make this film because like, okay, they just have an idea about Lang Song and research it. But this film is began from the Korean very famous filmmaker called Na Hongjin. Some of you know, because like Mr. Na Hongjin, he's the director of the Korean film that I really really love it. It's called The Wailing, and also The Chaser, and also another one I can't remember the name. But Mr. Na Hongjin, he's a very very great filmmaker, and you know, like he's a upcoming. I mean, not upcoming. He's a very very famous and in a Korean film cinema for now, and yeah, we can say like, okay, this time he became a producer. So he discussed with the director, and the director is from Thailand. His name is Tong Banjong. Mr. Tong Banjong, he made one of the most successful box office in Thailand called Pimak. Yeah, it's a horror and comedy together, and also that he had many of feature film that's success more than 100 million baht of Thailand. That means like there's a hit a lot of box office over there, and also international people and hit films. Some of you might seen is before Lang Chong is one day, or in Thai called Fan Day, and yeah, Pimak and Hello Strangers that are filming in Korea too, about the stranger who made in Korea or something like that. And Fat, the twins, and Chatter is like a very very famous. He become famous because of that film too, because like that one is the first feature for him. And Chatter is like they have a lot of like big twist on it, and it's like a really horror, but it's like entertaining the audience. Sometimes we can thinking about like a James Wan film or something like that, but for this one, for Lang Chong, it's very very strange, because this one is really new for me and also for Thai film cinema, because this one the story is not like how they tell the story is not like a entertaining movie like that, like Shutter or another horror film that I see in Thailand. But this one is become like it's like a mockumentary, so it's like some part of it is like documentary between documentary and fiction, and they mix together, right? So at that part, it's like in the beginning of it, they have like a documentary team, and they try to find the content about Lang Song. So they found one of very interesting, and that's like a one family in the ISAN area, and that family is called Panim family. They have like a old woman called Nim. Yeah, so they really want to shoot them and shoot Panim or the old woman and also her family. Yeah, so there has like a and that family there has something about shamanism or something like that. So yeah, you have to see in the theater, and because of the point of view of this story, they try to give the information for us by using like a documentary mixing with the fiction. And yeah, very first part of it, you introducing the character or anything, is like it might be look like a documentary film, and this one is very new for Thai audience, and I really don't know or not sure about like how they're gonna feel, because like or most of Thai people, they know that the horror film they're gonna be have like some scenes scary, like or like James Wan, like in Thai called tung chair, or like jump scare or something like that. But this one is not gonna be like that. That not be like jump scare anymore, but like a Mr. Na Hongjin style. If you saw the Wailing, they can have to be like the atmosphere, the emotion, or something very very it's like a feel complicated, feel very unsafety, or feel uncomfortable something when you watch it, and you're like insecure yourself, and you don't know what's gonna happen next, and the atmosphere, the sound mixing, it's like you can go into that world like the main character, because like the documentary, like when they try to filming, and the point of view, like they try to like bring us to their world. So it's very interesting to watch some kind of this in cinema, and that's why it's quite necessary to watch this film in cinema, because like you're gonna feel more, and the sound mixing of it, and they have like a forest scene, the scene with the natural, and also ISAN area about the small village and the people life, and it's very it's like it made me feel like curious with them. I feel like, oh, do they have something like this? Even I'm Thai people, but I didn't even know that they have some of the culture like that, or things that we saw from the film. Oh my god. And yeah, but the first part, because of the documentary, I'm not sure, that's like a little bit of boring or something, and yeah, sometimes it's like not to entertain people like that. But after the middle of the film, it's got my intention again, and after that till the end of the movie, I feel so excited and feel so if you don't like horror film, you have to be thinking before before watching this film, because like you might have a nightmare after you watching it. It's so scary, it's so deeply, it's so dramatic, it's so it's so real, it's like, oh my god, it's like, oh, you can feel like, and because of this one, they didn't give us the 100% of answering that why this one happened, that one happened. But it's like after its ending, people can have some discuss after watching that film, and I think after it's screening in Thailand, they're gonna have some people discuss about the ending of the film on Facebook fan page, or even the web board like Pantip or some another. And yeah, it's very hard to to know what is gonna happen till the end, and that one is like, it's really surprise. But you guys, if you watched the film The Wailing before, the Korean, this one is gonna be like, okay, it seems like it's like the style with this film and The Wailing is quite really very similar. So I think some of you guys can doubt it, that how it's gonna be end, but it happened in a Thai context. So yeah, you can explore about the Thai cultural, and feel with it. It's a good thing. But some of you, if you watched The Wailing before, it's like that's the same structure, and you might feel like, it's not too surprised. It's like, okay, I can feel that it's gonna end in that way, or something like that. And yeah, but yeah, that one is like, if you guys watching the Wailing, don't too much expect for the films. But if you guys didn't watch any the Na Hongjin film or The Wailing, you're gonna explore many of new things of this one, and you're gonna have lots of surprise for this film, and I hope that you're gonna enjoy it. So this is my opinion, my personal opinion. I think this one is very good for Thai film cinema movement because I think there has some kind of feel like it's like experimental some things between like the storytelling between like documentary and also mockumentary and also fiction and also horror. And yeah, because of horror film in Thai, most of them they try to entertain people like jump scare, like to have some scary scenes of make people feel like I'm so shocked with it. But this one, they're not trying to push up the people like that, but it's like maybe something that's very very silent, quiet, and sometimes that moment is very very scary. Okay, so that's it. I can't spoil you anymore. I want you guys to fun and have some experience of this film in cinema. And yeah, this one is called Rang Song or The Medium in English. And for me, I think this one is not a masterpiece film from Mr. Tong Banjong, Pi Tong. I have some of his film that I love more than this film. To this one, I have to frankly talk for you guys. But this one is really really interesting movement, and even like I say, it's not his masterpiece, but this one is really very good to watch in the theater. And if you guys love to watch the horror films or Thai horror film, you shouldn't miss this one. I think you're gonna find some things in this movie. And if you watch it and you want to say something or you want to comment with it that you like it or not, please do it on comment of this video. I'm gonna read it and see that what you think, especially in the ending of the scene. I mean, in the ending scenes or in an ending sequence, the last sequence in this film. Okay, so hope you enjoy it, and I hope that I can do some another review in English and feel very excited. So please forgive me if I say something wrong or use some wrong grammar or something, but I hope that I can do the review in English again. It's very complicated and it's like challenging for me too, and I'm very fun today. Okay guys, if you like my channel or my review, please go subscribe on my YouTube channel Napat SL and also my TikTok Big Napat, and I will put some more content on it. And yeah, see you guys, take care, bye.